Hey everybody, tonight we're diving deep into the land of the rising sun, but hold on to your sushi rolls because we're not just here for the bullet trains and robot restaurants. We're talking about what Japanese people about Japan. Now before you scream, John, why are you being so negative? Japan is amazing, hear me out. Every country, even one as seemingly perfect as Japan, has its quirks and challenges. Understanding these dislikes isn't about bashing Japan. It's about getting a more complete picture, like realizing that Hello Kitty is insanely popular there but also kinda terrifying. By looking beyond the tourist brochures and cherry blossom Instagram filters, we can gain a deeper understanding of the realities of life in Japan. This includes the cultural nuances, social issues, and economic anxieties that shape the daily lives of Japanese people. So, buckle up as we explore the other side of the coin, the one that doesn't usually make it onto those top 10 reasons to visit Japan lists. Trust me, it's way more interesting than it sounds. Japan is famous for its strong work ethic. People work long hours, they are dedicated to their companies, but this dedication comes at a price. Long work hours are a major source of stress. Many Japanese people feel pressured to stay late at work even if they have little to do. This culture of overwork can lead to burnout, health problems, and a lack of work-life balance. The concept of karoshi, or death from overwork, is a serious issue in Japan. It highlights the extreme pressure that many employees face. The government is trying to address this problem, but change is slow. While Japan's work culture has contributed to its economic success, it's also created challenges for its people. Many are now seeking a better balance between their professional and personal lives. Japan is a collectivist society. Conformity is highly valued. This can be a good thing, as it promotes harmony and order. However, it can also stifle individuality. Japanese people, especially young people, often feel pressure to fit in. There are strict social norms about behavior, appearance, and even how to express opinions. This can make it difficult to be different. The pressure to conform can be particularly challenging for those who don't fit the traditional mold. This includes minorities, LGBTQ+ individuals, and people with disabilities. They may face discrimination or exclusion. While Japan is slowly becoming more accepting of diversity, there's still a long way to go. Many Japanese people are pushing for greater individuality and acceptance of differences. Japan has made strides in gender equality, but challenges remain. Women still face discrimination in the workplace and in society as a whole. The gender pay gap in Japan is larger than in many other developed countries. Women are often underrepresented in leadership positions. Traditional gender roles can also limit women's opportunities. Although more women are entering the workforce, many are expected to juggle careers with childcare and household responsibilities. This double burden can be overwhelming. The government has implemented policies to promote gender equality, such as increased childcare support. However, changing deeply ingrained social norms takes time and effort. Section 5. The Silver Tsunami. Japan's aging population and its challenges. Japan has one of the oldest populations in the world. This demographic shift is creating a number of challenges for the country. The shrinking workforce is a major concern. With fewer young people entering the workforce, there are concerns about labor shortages and economic stagnation. The aging population also puts a strain on social security and healthcare systems. The government faces the challenge of providing for a growing elderly population with a shrinking tax base. Despite these challenges, Japan is also finding innovative ways to adapt to its aging population. This includes developing robotics technology to assist the elderly and promoting active aging initiatives. Section 6. From Salaryman to Freelancer: Evolving Work Landscape and Its Discontents. Japan's traditional work culture, characterized by lifetime employment and seniority-based pay, is changing. More people are now working in non-traditional jobs such as freelance or contract work. While this shift offers greater flexibility and autonomy, it also comes with challenges. Freelancers and contract workers often lack the job security and benefits enjoyed by traditional employees. The rise of non-traditional work arrangements has contributed to income inequality. Those in stable, full-time jobs tend to earn more than those in precarious work arrangements. The government is trying to address these issues by providing greater support for freelancers and promoting work-life balance for all workers. However, more needs to be done to ensure a fair and equitable work environment for all. Section 7. The Price of Prosperity. Cost of living in Japan's urban centers. Japan is known for its high cost of living, particularly in major cities like Tokyo and Osaka. Housing, transportation, and food expenses can eat into a significant portion of people's incomes. Housing costs are a major burden for many, especially young people and families. Rent in central Tokyo is notoriously expensive, and even finding affordable housing in the suburbs can be challenging. The cost of transportation is another significant expense. Japan has an efficient public transportation system, but it's not cheap. Commuting long distances by train can be costly. While wages in Japan are relatively high, they haven't kept pace with the rising cost of living. This makes it difficult for some people to make ends meet, especially in urban areas. Section 8. Education or examination. The stress of Japan's school system. Japan places a high value on education. The country has a rigorous education system that aims to prepare students for success in a competitive society. However, this system also has its drawbacks. Japanese students face immense pressure to succeed academically. The emphasis on standardized testing and entrance exams creates a highly competitive environment. This pressure can lead to stress, anxiety, and even mental health issues among students. There's a growing concern about the negative impact of excessive academic pressure on young people's well-being. While Japan's education system has its strengths, there's a growing movement to reform it. This includes reducing the emphasis on standardized testing and promoting a more holistic approach to education. Section 9. Lost in translation, communication barriers, and social isolation. Japan is a relatively homogeneous society. While the country is becoming more diverse, communication barriers can still pose challenges for foreigners and even some Japanese people. The Japanese language can be difficult to learn, especially for those from non-Asian language backgrounds. This can make it challenging for foreigners to fully integrate into Japanese society. Even among Japanese people, there's a growing sense of social isolation. The rise of technology and social media has led to less face-to-face interaction. The government is implementing programs to promote social inclusion and support foreigners living in Japan. However, more needs to be done to bridge communication gaps and foster a more inclusive society. Section 10. Beyond the tourist trail, environmental concerns and sustainability. Japan is known for its beautiful natural scenery, from snow-capped mountains to cherry blossom-filled parks. However, the country also faces environmental challenges. Pollution is a concern, particularly in urban areas. Air pollution from factories and vehicles can be a problem, especially during certain seasons. Japan is also vulnerable to natural disasters such as earthquakes, tsunamis, and typhoons. These disasters can have a devastating impact on the environment and infrastructure. The government is taking steps to address these challenges by promoting renewable energy, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and investing in disaster preparedness. However, more needs to be done to protect Japan's environment for future generations. Section 11. Balancing tradition and change. A look at Japan's future. Japan is a country of contrasts, where ancient traditions coexist with modern technology. As Japan looks to the future, it faces the challenge of balancing its rich cultural heritage with the need for progress and change. The issues discussed in this essay, from work culture to social inequality to environmental concerns, highlight the complexities of life in Japan. While these challenges are significant, they also present opportunities for growth and improvement. Japan has a history of resilience and innovation. By addressing these issues head-on, Japan can create a more equitable, sustainable, and fulfilling society for all its citizens. So the next time you think of Japan, remember that there's more to the story than meets the eye. Behind the bullet trains and cherry blossoms lies a complex and dynamic society grappling with real challenges and striving for a better future. And that, my friends, is the untold truth.